Have some pretty amazing bolt action rifles to show you. I had a call from Reliable Gun, and the fellow said you've got to take a look at the CZ 600, which I have here, and I just noticed that their claim to fame, I like this statement, for those who know. It's not too far off either. So what do we have here? We've got fish scale, carving, I'm sure done by a laser, decent walnut stock, nice recoil pad. There may be other models, I'm not sure. This has the European style cheek piece. Got a recoil lug in here. That'll prevent breakage. And a very smooth bolt. You can see it's minimal lift because it's 3 lugs, but I mean they're split, so it looks a little different. I didn't bother taking these caps off because the rifle shoots so well with the iron sights. The iron sights are elaborate, and they've kind of hollowed out the rear. You'll see what I mean if you head to the gun store somewhere and have a look. At first you wonder, is something missing? But nothing missing. Shoots very, very well. And this one has a muzzle cap. I tried to take it off, but I didn't bother. It's threaded. And 5-round magazine. I thought it was 3 or 4, but it's 5. Trigger is excellent. And I mean, it's truly actually amazing that they can produce this rifle for the retail price that they do. 8x57, and we'll take a couple of shots with this, and then just for interest's sake, I pulled out the old 601. You remember the old Mauser, Berno, and I've got a 5.55 as well. And you can have a look and decide for yourselves. This is obviously fully modern manufacturing methods. But we'll take a couple of shots and see how it goes. I think I'll just shoot the gong. So, I mean, this is effortless shooting. I have no doubt that this rifle can serve for, well, an indefinite period of time. Beautifully made, I think, incredible engineering. I'm very impressed with this rifle. So what we'll do is, I'll turn it around so you can see it. There's the CZ 600. And I'm glad that Reliable brought it to my attention. I'd seen it in magazines, and I read this story and that story, but I never really focused on it because I've got so many other things on the go. And I mean, it's got the details I invite you to study at your local gun store, because it's definitely something uniquely quality that's out there. I didn't take a magnet to everything like I usually do, but I'm pretty sure it's about as good as a bolt action rifle can get these days. It's terrific. We've got some polymers happening. I can't tell whether it's aluminum or I think it might be aluminum. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, we'll switch to the next gun. If you see all kind of purple haze here, we've got a fire going. All right, I'll switch to the next one. So here's a CZ 5.55. And, well, like I like saying, best if you judge for yourselves. It's got a very nice piece of walnut. It's got conventional checkering. I'm not sure when these were made, but it's easy to find out. 30-06. The steel is, I don't know how to put this because I'm not a metallurgist, but it has that old feeling of steel, which means it runs very slick. It's got a 3-shot inline magazine, and it kind of sticks out the bottom which gives you something to grab onto. To remove the magazine, I like the location of this button. And it's got a 2-lug bolt and a kind of Sako extractor, which you can see. Everything about it is intuitive, and this one's in 30-06. It's got the dovetails that we're used to from some European makers, and its feeds, you know, as slick as you'd expect. Typical safety. I don't think it has a set trigger. Yeah, it actually does have a set trigger, so we'll take a shot at that gong as well. And I'll just take a quick feel of the set trigger. Yeah, I mean, the set trigger is, it's so light that it fires actually just by getting near it. I'll have to adjust that. Anyway, that's the 555, which is not easy to find. Don't know if we focused in on that, but the 600 is the modern one to get. And I'll show you another thing here, which is kind of interesting. So if you're in this position and put it on safe, you can't open the bolt, you can't fire the gun, but you can depress this. You've seen these on other guns. I think the X-Bolt has it, Sakos have it. Just depress that and now you can unload, and it's still unsafe. So kind of nice. We'll set this one aside and look at the next one. All right, last but not least is the 601 Berno. I should mention the 601, the CZ600, and the CZ555, all made in the Czech Republic. This one says made in Czechoslovakia. That was before the country reorganized, for lack of a better word. And some people said you have to call it Czechia, but I noticed on the firearms they manufacture it says Czech Republic, so that must mean something. Anyhow, this is the old 601. It's essentially it's a Mauser action, steel floor plate. Just about everything you see is steel or walnut. Does not have the fish scale of the 600. It doesn't have as much checkering probably as the 555. It's a much simpler, more rugged looking rifle. And this one is in 308. It has the dovetail, and you have to have a specific one. There's a recoil lug in here. Barrel band front sight. And like I said, it's a floor plate. Everything else is just typical Mauser rifle. And as you know, simpler to me is better in just about everything. But we'll take a few shots. I haven't fired this in probably 15 years or maybe 20 years. But yeah, we'll see how it shoots. So, altogether as slick as ever. I don't know, there's something about that 600, I guess just because it's so modern. And it does have the, you know, whatever it is, 60-degree bolt lift, because it has more lugs. So that's an advantage, especially, it depends what kind of scope you're putting on a rifle. Some of the bigger scopes, these hit the back of the scope. But I thought it's useful to show you all three. Again, we have a lot of early collectors and shooters and hunters and military people, law enforcement, so that's a good thing. And maybe you don't have a chance to see these all at the same time. And no doubt somebody's going to say, you know, which one do you like the best? Again, I'm affected by experience, so I probably like the Mauser best, the 601. It'll probably never stop working. But the 600 is a beautiful rifle. It's like a new car, and new cars tend to be more desirable than older ones in many ways. All right, well, thanks for watching. I hope that's of some interest to you. And yeah, the 600 is worth a look. And if you can find a 5.55, that's a fantastic rifle. And they didn't make that for very long either. All right, well, I guess Czechoslovakia and Czech Republic, Czechia, they definitely know how to make excellent firearms, pistols too. All right, thanks again. Take care out there. We'll see you next time.